What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Listen. I didn't even know if I was gonna actually do this, but after what happened last night and the big kerfuffle that it was, I had to get on here and talk about it. And I'm not even finna be in detail about everything that happened on the reunion for Love Is Blind because let me just tell you honestly the truth. After all the stuff that I done went through, and some of y'all here watching it too, went through trying to watch the season finale, not the season finale, but the actual, excuse me, live reunion, girl, I think I kind of clocked out, and I'ma just say this. Netflix, y'all owe us 3 months free subscription, okay? Y'all really do. 3 months free subscription, okay? Because y'all was working on CP time, and I feel like this was beyond CP time, okay? No shade. And one of my pet peeves is when you say you're gonna be somewhere, you're gonna do something, or something is gonna start at a certain time, and it don't start at that time, it starts later. Oh, I can't stand a late bitch. I really can't stand a late bitch. And I'm just sitting here like, what the hell is going on? Okay. But I just don't understand how is it Netflix. Baby, this a read to Netflix, bitch. How y'all gonna tell us to be on time and y'all doing all this advertisement, but yet you can't be on time yourself, and then you keep upping the price. Now let me tell you something. It better be years before the next price up go up. You know what I'm saying? Because no, give us a refund. Give us a refund for our time because it was ridiculous. Now, it wasn't no issue when Chris Rock did his live situation. Granted, I feel like the show must go on, so even if it was some technical difficulties with Chris Rock or whatever, because I didn't hear that, they still would have just went on ahead and did it on time and all that stuff because it was live, it was at a theater and all that stuff, whatever. But at the same time, y'all had so long to get this together. Y'all had so long to get this together, get the theater, get the audience, get the audio, get all of the stuff, the mics, everything together, get the feed. You had so much. Did y'all test drive this shit? You ain't testing and see if the stuff was going on, like on the private server or whatever, so that we couldn't see it, but everybody else that was working on it could. Like, what was happening? And then what made it so bad is y'all ain't even really give us no explanation as to what happened. All you said was, my bad. As I listen, we apologize for the delay, but sorry. I said, excuse me. Can you tell us what happened? Was somebody fighting, baby? Everybody was thinking that, oh, maybe it got to a fight backstage or whatever. They had to cut it before they could even get the show to start because, Josh and Marshall probably told you, nigga, I ain't soft, okay? I ain't soft. I beat your motherfucking ass or something like that. We thought something like that was going down. And I would have been like, oh, that's kind of messed up that y'all cut that out because that's what's the point of being live because we want to see that, and not saying that we want the violence, but let's be real. Let's be real. Them two deserve to duke it out. And not over Jackie. You know what I'm saying? It's just the disrespect of the whole situation. Okay? But, girl, let me go from the beginning because I didn't even talk about the finale. I didn't talk about the finale. So basically, the last time I said something about this, girl, Kwame was up at the altar with Chelsea. And Chelsea, let me tell you something. The gag was when I was looking at this last week on Thursday, laying in my bed, I said, oh my goodness, when Kwame said yes. Baby, if you have not seen the finale and you have not seen the reunion, you should be off of it by now. Don't click off if you don't want to see no spoilers, okay? But I was just really surprised. Girl, I had to get on Twitter and just about everybody that was talking about it was like, bitch, wait a minute, Kwame said yes? Kwame said yes? Because we was just like, no, this can't be. Girl, we really thought that man was going to say no because he just was not giving the feeling that he cared about this lady that much. Like, it is not like care. Like, of course he probably cared 9 out of 10. Of course he's going to care about her. But it's just that he wasn't giving the same amount of energy towards her that she was giving towards him. And again, she was somewhat second choice as well because he wanted Micah at first. Baby, I'm tired of seeing these people just settling for their second choices and everything. And truth be told, I still feel like Kwame is an actor on this thing or whatever. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him on something else. Moving on, yeah, he said yes. They still married. They still together. I was really, really shocked. I was really, really shook it. I said, wow. And y'all saw when he came up there, girl, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So they got married, and of course his mama wasn't there, but it is what it is. Moving on from that. Everybody basically got married and proposed to, and they got married at the altar. Whatever. We already knew Brett and Tiffany was gonna make this thing work. Now some people had an issue with the fact that Brett was being, a little much. He was being a little diva. And truth be told, I understood where Brett is coming from. Brett, because then somebody was talking about his sexuality, and I'm like, damn, can we, and this is coming from somebody who is a lesbian, okay? Can we get out of the mind frame of thinking that heterosexual men have to be and fit into one particular box so that they can clearly be shown as a heterosexual man, Because the man, he's a designer, so he's going to be particular. He's going to take attention to details. I don't give a damn if it's designing just shoes. He's going to be paying attention to details and everything like that. Also, there are some men who y'all probably used to men that just roll out of bed and go out the house and don't even wash the crud out their eyes, okay? Brett gives me the type of person that actually take care of his body. You know what I'm saying? He likes to smell good. He clean the shit out his ass. You know what I'm saying? He don't have piss stains or doodle stains in his drawers, okay? Like he takes good care of himself and his surroundings. He could probably be a little OCD or whatever, but that's okay. That's okay as long as he clean, he particular, whatever. We just got to get out of this mind frame of trying to pinpoint and say because this man don't do this or this man don't do that, or they're a little soft, as people want to say, that's been going around, that they kind of gay or something. That's not it. Not every straight man is just so old. There are some that are just even killed, or some that are metrosexual, or some that just like to take care of themselves, or they're just they're just not that hardcore like that, and it is okay. But that man deserved he ain't did nothing wrong this whole season, so he deserved to have a little freak out moment, okay? He was a little groomzilla for a second, and I understood. He went and put them pants on, and them pants didn't fit. Bitch, I would have threw a fit too. What you want me to do on my day? This is the most important day of my life right about now, and you want me to go down the aisle with these saggy, baggy pants looking like I got shit in my ass, like I got a diaper booty on? What's going on? Fix this and fix it now, okay? I was with Brett because I'm very much like that, you know what I'm saying? And so Miss Lady came in and fixed it, and he was cool. And I said to myself, now Brett, how come you ain't know about this before? You just got these pants? I know I wasn't the only one that was thinking that, but of course him and Tiffany, they were just like everybody on their team, like his friends, his brothers, I believe that was his brothers, and her family and friends, they were all supportive of them in their respective rooms as they were getting ready. And I just loved it. Like from the moment they started getting together and talking, that love, I said, bitch, love is really bled with y'all, because I ain't believe, I don't do that love at first sight type of stuff or whatever. But girl, I felt it this time. I said, oh wow, y'all really good. Y'all up there with Cameron and Lauren or whatever. I got their names right this time, you all. Okay, y'all up there, whatever. But I really felt it from the very beginning, and it just continued. Like nothing changed with them. And it was just, I love that consistency. And that's how you know that it was real between them two. And that was like, baby, y'all was meant to be. Y'all was meant to be, And when they actually went on ahead and got married, and it was just really, really beautiful. And Tiffany turned into my girl for real when she said, listen, we together, let's go back up in the bridal queen and get a little nookie. I said, yes, girl. Listen, we got all this excitement, all this love and stuff going on. I'm a little hot. All right, this is cute. Come on, knock this out right quick. I got a bust of that. That's what Tiffany said. Brett was kind of like, oh. I said, Brett, go ahead and do it. All right. But they said they ain't really do nothing. Well, don't hype me up like that, because I like stuff like that, girl. Anyway, moving on from that. So you got that going on. Who else? Of course, Paul and Bliss got married. Not Paul and Bliss. Bliss and Zach, okay? Truth be told, I literally thought that Zach probably would have said no. I thought either Zach was going to say no at one point, and then I thought that Bliss was going to say no at one point. And truth be told, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I honestly did want Bliss to say no. I wanted her to come to her senses and be like, you know, you chose me second. And because it just kept coming up. And even in the vows was kind of weird and awkward a little bit. Even in the vows, he was just putting out there how, you know, he made the wrong... Bitch, you're not finna keep on reminding me that I wasn't your first choice right off the back when I should have been, you know. It was just a little off-putting to me, but they got married. They danced to the song, and, you know, we saw them sign their marriage certificate. And I was just like, ah. We only had one upset, for real, for real. Oh, and I like the fact that Micah was out there for Brett. You know, they got a true bromance. I hope they stay friends forever. I really do. Black people unite. Don't feel any type of way. Don't feel any type of way for others that ain't black, okay? Calm down. It's just that they don't really show us as often on these type of shows, and then when they do show us, we don't really, well, some of them don't really pick each other. They pick another, like Kwame and Chelsea. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Sometimes we want to see black love prevail and we want to see blackness prevail sometimes with it, and when it's in a circle like this as well. You know what I'm saying? Moving on from that, who else? Micah and Paul. I feel like Paul did the right thing. I'm just going to tell you that. Truth be told, I think Micah just wasn't on the level that Paul was on. I think, and when I mean about that, not saying that he was a little bit better than her or she was lesser than him. No, it's just that, remember when Paul kept on saying, like, the type of girls that he go after is like the granola type, you know, really subdued and down to earth type of people, whatever. That's what I took that granola mean. And it was like probably like, I ain't gonna say homely, but probably not so materialistic. Probably a go out and play in the garden with him and all that stuff, that type of stuff, you know. But Micah probably gave you kind of party girl, mean girl, which she did, type of situation. And Paul just really wasn't into it the way that Micah was. And truth be told, I didn't even get the feeling that Micah was into it as well. You know, I felt like they was just playing around with each other. And when it got to the time when they was about to get ready to get married, Paul was back there having so many doubts. So many doubts. He didn't know if he was going to say yes. He didn't know what was going to happen. And I said, oh yeah, you got your mama talking to you, you got your daddy talking to you, you got your stepmama talking to you, you got all these people talking to you, trying to help you make a decision or come to some type of conclusion. And I just knew right then and there, the way that he was acting up in that in the room trying to get ready, whatever, I knew he was gonna say no. I knew he was gonna say no. And so Micah, you know, she came down that aisle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I said, girl, oh my God, shut the hell up. She was irritating me so much. I said, oh my God, you know, she was just nervous. Okay, I give her that. And she was excited. And I slightly felt bad. I said, girl, you know, some people like, it's probably karma that this is what happened. You know, the energy that you put out is what you're going to get back sometimes. And maybe it was, but I don't really feel like it. I just feel like it just never was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they both were playing each other or playing themselves. They wasn't being real with each other, you know? And I just felt like it was kind of lopsided because even though I felt like they both didn't really see it for each other like that, I do feel like Micah probably had a little bit more from Paul than Paul did from Micah. Because that was a little bit too easy the way that he let that go. After he had that little, freak out in the back, when they said, do you want to marry this man? Micah said, listen, I want you to answer the question first. I said, what? What? He said, no. She said, see, that's exactly why I said, because I felt like he was leaning towards that, and that's exactly why I asked you to say it first. I said, so you didn't want to be embarrassed? I mean, either way, he was going to embarrass you, okay, by saying no. You was going to be hurt. You was going to be humiliated. And you want to know who else embarrassed you? Shelby. You need to get some new friends, because that evil bitch, I don't care if I am not here for the person that my friend is with. And even on their marriage or wedding day, I know they do that time where they say that anybody can object or whatever. I feel as though that's pointless to even ask that question, because even if somebody get up there and say, I object, that don't mean that, the wedding ain't gonna go through. That don't mean that you're gonna change the circumstances, okay? So I just felt like that, even though that wasn't asked, I just feel like that's a weird question to ask, doing a wedding or whatever, and, that's to start some stuff, or that's to being some shady and being messy or whatever. But no, that bitch gonna say first, I'm not drunk enough for this. First of all, I should have been way drunker for this. And then when he said no, she was like, thank God, because that's what I wanted. She was just laughing the whole time. And then when they went in the back and Michael left and ran out, the friends was laughing and smiling too. I was just like, I don't care if I don't like the person or don't think that they supposed to be getting together at this particular time. Like, if it's moving too fast, I am not finna sit there and laugh. I don't care if it's a nervous laugh or whatever. I see my friend up there heartbroken. I am not finna crack a smile. I'm finna get my ass up and I'm finna go after her. I'm finna be like, are you okay? It is okay. You can cry on my shoulder if you need to. I understand. None of them did that. And if y'all really wanted something, listen, y'all don't know how to play y'all TV time, okay? Y'all don't know how to play y'all TV time, because, baby, if you wanted to get some TV time and try to, maneuver this into some, fame type of situation and probably get you another, probably get you liked by people that's watching, and when you really wasn't on the show, you should have got your ass up and you should have ran out, oh, my God, Micah, oh, my God, you're okay. You should have acted out. Baby, I would have been, oh, girl, you're all right. It's okay. I would have been crying with her. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And then you would have won people heart over, because then you would have been like, oh, Michael got such a good friend instead of a bitch. They were saying Miss Shelby probably got some little love for her or whatever, like some little gay love. I don't know. I ain't feeling like that. I just felt like Shelby just gave off the vibe of, I don't want to see you doing better than me. I don't want to see you doing better than me. I don't want to see you get your happiness before I get my happiness. That's the type of vibe that she gives off. And I don't understand how people like that have friends, okay? But, yeah, basically everybody got married, except for Micah and Paul. Girl, moving on from there, we get to this reunion that was supposed to be live. It was live for a second. Let me just tell you this. Again, Netflix, y'all really dropped the ball on this. And I'm going to tell y'all, the last episode really wasn't all that great, but it was good, because I did shed a couple of tears. I ain't even going to lie. My eyes welded up a little bit. Baby, I think Tiffany said something about, I don't know what my future is, but my soul is here. Something like that. It was something about the soul. She said something in her vows, and it hit me in my throat, girl. I was like, I said, oh my God. And I'm not that sentimental type of person, but that shit hit me so weird. I said, oh, y'all really doing it. But then you get to this reunion. We were so freaking hyped, okay? I have never seen so many people, black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, Latino, all of that, baby. We was all ready. Black Twitter and white Twitter and other Twitter, we all came together, girl. We all came together and we was set. We was like, girl, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Netflix wasn't. Netflix wasn't. Netflix, you had all this promotion, you had all this time to get this together. And the least that you could have did, and I understand us, and we get it that, technical difficulties happens or whatever, but I ain't never had no technical difficulty or whatever that happened, and then it went from something starting from 7 o'clock and it don't start till after 8:15. What about the people that had watch parties? What about the people that had other stuff to do, afterwards? Baby, I said, I gotta watch Succession. I gotta find out if Logan Roy really gone. So like, what's happening? Like, listen, what's going on? Like, come on, you cutting into my other time or whatever. Like, girl, this is a mess. Let me tell y'all what I did. Let me tell you, I had my snack, my allowed snack for the day, okay? I had snacked on it after 7:15. I said, so what's going on? I'm almost, I said, should I just go ahead? I can't log on, I get up there, they said, girl, wait, we gonna be live in a second. And I said, all right, and 7 o'clock had got here, and I'm like, why is it still on this screen saying we're about to go live, but we ain't live? And so I clicked off, and then I clicked back on, and then the black screen came up saying, this title ain't available, or something happened, click OK or whatever, or more information. Bitch, I clicked OK, and I go back, and then the thing is saying live, so I click on it, and it's giving me that black screen again. So I clicked the more information, and it's trying to make me seem like something is wrong with my service. Like, it's like, damn, bitch, did I pay my bill? I know y'all yanked that shit about my checks out my account so quick, okay? But y'all can't be on time. And so I come back, and I was able to get it back on the screen that says, we're about to go live. Just give us some moment. We got a little technical issues or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, right? Baby, my drink was gone. My snack was gone, and I was kind of mad because that was the only snack that I had for the rest of the night, because only, I portion off stuff. Girl, it got to the point where Ashley just got up and said, fuck it, let me go ahead and get my exercise in. I literally did like a 40-minute flow exercise, and it wasn't on yet. It wasn't on yet. I said, what is going on? So I said, well, shit, bitch, let me go ahead and get on the elliptical. Okay, now while I was in the midst of doing my elliptical exercise, it popped up finally. But this was after an hour and 15 minutes, literally. After an hour and 15 minutes, that's when y'all want to show up and pop up. I said, wow, this is a mess. I said, Netflix, y'all need y'all asses beat, bitch. Y'all need y'all asses beat for that. Give us 3 months free. Give us free, okay? Just what you need. And then when I looked at the reunion when it finally came on, I felt so bad for a lot of people that still couldn't get the live. Like, I was looking at it live, but it was other people that couldn't get it live, and they were on the same coast and time frame as me. And I was just like, damn, that's messed up. So they had to wait until today at 12 o'clock when they actually put the recorded reunion that we saw live, some of us saw live. They put that up, so I will have to say this, after all of that went down, it was very mediocre reunion. It was no real bombshells or whatever. It was no real hype. It was just a lot of the stuff that we probably already thought and knew was going on was just confirmed, and that was just it. The only thing that we was I would say people probably was surprised by, or could have been surprised by, all the couples that were married, they're still married, okay? Very much still married. I was surprised by Zach's look. I said, baby, trim that beard up, and it's not like he needs to cut it, like trim, like make it, shape it. It was raggedy. Like, he had dead ends, and I wanted it to be even. And then when they did that little montage of showing how they was together in their homes and all that stuff, and he had his little hair and everything and his beard, and it was like he was giving us wet and wavy, okay? He was giving us caveman realness. And I said, wait a minute, Zach, you got a little body underneath there, but with that little muscle tee on, but he was also giving us Unabomber tees. Zach just be giving us disheveled tees all the time, and he was just looking all over the place. And at one point while he was talking and on the reunion, it was almost as like he was scared, or not scared, but nervous. That's what it was. He was nervous. You could see it, like he's calculating what to say and how to say things. Okay, they did bring Irina out, right? I don't understand what was the point. At this point, like I will say this. I don't understand what was the point, because a lot of the stuff that she was saying just really wasn't flying. It was just like, girl, you're full of it. You know, the whole, I know that I did this wrong and I'm apologizing. I had already talked to Bliss about this, and I talked to Zach about it, and we did this. You could tell that Bliss was not here for her at all. She wasn't here for her from the beginning, and she wasn't here for her now. Okay, no matter what conversation was had, baby, they spilled all her tea. Girl, you was talking about Zach. You sent me a damn text message saying I dodged a bullet. You know, you was talking about him. You was doing this. You was doing that. You never really wanted him. Baby, when Zach said, okay, that's cute or whatever, with the little excuse that you gave and all that stuff, because, you know, Irina want to use the whole, I was having a panic attack after I saw this, and it was like, I wanted to not, you know, go through with it, but they were like, can you just go to Mexico? Can you just go to Mexico? So you got so-called convinced or pushed into going to Mexico and carrying this thing out when this is supposed to be a reality show. When you saw Zach, nothing told you to say yes if you didn't want to say yes, okay? So let's stop it. Let's stop it. Nobody forced your hand. Nobody put a gun to you or anything. So quit that. And then you was just being really rude, and you want to make it seem like you was having panic attacks. Now, baby, I've had panic attacks. I've had anxiety attacks, and I know how that shit is. You would not have it. I'm not going to say that you weren't having it, but I just don't 100% believe it in that moment. Because especially when they was talking about when him and you was talking up in Mexico, and you was laying up in that bed, putting that pillow over your head when he trying to talk. Girl, anyway, I was crying into the pillow. Baby, when she got up there to talk, and she said, hold on, give me 1 second. It's like she was either about to try to start crying, but she couldn't. And if she was about to fake cry, all of that went away because somebody in the audience, it was a few people in the audience that started laughing. I said, God damn, y'all ain't gonna take y'all foot off that lady neck for nothing. She looked decent at the reunion. I'll give her that. She looked decent at the reunion. But the people was not here for her. The people also wasn't here for Micah. You know what I'm saying? Micah and Paul, their whole situation. Paul, I'm going to have to say this. You are just as much to blame. After listening to this, you should have been way more upfront. You made yourself kind of look bad a little bit. Like, damn it, bitch, we ain't like Micah, but shit. Them little explanations that, like Vanessa said, you was going around the corner and back again without even answering the question. Did you want to marry the girl? You weren't going to marry that girl, okay? Mind you, Micah, Paul sitting up there with a shirt that had broken hearts on it. Paul was quiet basically the whole time until they asked him a question. He ain't saying nothing. There was nobody over talking each other besides Vanessa Lachey. We'll get on her in a second. Girl, listen, Paul, when you told that lady that you ain't see her being a mother, I feel like what Paul probably meant was he didn't see her being a mother to his kids, meaning that he didn't want her. She knew that she wanted kids. Micah said that she explicitly put that out there. She wanted a family because she said that she was a miracle birth. She wasn't supposed to be here, and she's the only sibling that she has or whatever. She's the only child, I should say, and she wanted a family, and she wanted a big family at that. You knew that, Paul. I'm going to have to go with Micah on this part. You knew that. And you knew that you probably either didn't want kids with her or you just didn't want kids in the future. That's just what it is. And you should have been like, you know what? I don't see it for us. I just don't see it for us. I'm not going to waste your time and take you up to this altar, okay? We're not going to go through this. But I don't know if he was just using that excuse to, like, hurt her or whatever, but it just did make sense. You know, I was trying to figure it out. I just couldn't. And all I can sum it up to is Paul checked out. As soon as Paul got there to that wedding and Paul said no, he was over it. He was done. He was checked out. And from his demeanor sitting there at that reunion, he was still checked out. He was like, that shit happened a year ago. I really don't care. That is what he was giving me. You know what I'm saying? But You know, Micah, they call Micah out about her mean girl tactics and antics. Let me tell you something, Micah, you up here defending your friend and trying to, make excuses for her. And girl, whatever you said, that wasn't the reason. No. Hold on a second. But no, you trying to make it sound like that girl really just really had my back and she didn't want to see me heartbroken and she didn't want to. No, she was laughing, girl. She was laughing at your heartbreak. Girl, get the hell up out of here. Meanwhile, they were saying that she was texting people and telling people, oh, when Zach was up here talking at this part, when he came to Micah, and it was like, I was talking to Paul for like up till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then this was happening, and people was telling me that, she was up here saying that she didn't really want to be with Paul and all this stuff. I said, damn, Zach, you better come through. You was doing a lot of talking, baby. You was doing a lot of talking at this point. But I don't know. Something about Zach and Bliss just really seems very, very awkward to me. Very, very awkward and very, very weird. I don't know. It just don't sit well with me. But hey, it is what it is. Moving on from that, Micah and Arena had to sit up on that stage and listen and look at everybody else's love story. I would have been pissed. Okay, I would have been pissed. Marshall too. Okay, and truth be told, the main reason why everybody wanted to tune in was to see what was going on with Marshall and Jackie and Josh. We wanted to see that triangle. Baby, we didn't get it. Before we get to them, let me get the other couples, okay? I already said Brett and Tiffany, they together. They're, she moved down there with him. All of that stuff, beautiful. Kwame and Chelsea still together. Chelsea is very annoying. She is loud. She is over the top. And I just couldn't deal with it. She finally met his mama. She said the little girl at the Thanksgiving dinner called her Auntie Chelsea. I said, girl, all right. He apologized for the whole situation that happened between him and Micah at, Mexico and all that stuff, that conversation that they was having. Micah apologized. Chelsea, she said that she already talked to Micah. They showed the unseen footage them two talking, and Michael was bringing it up, but she didn't go into details because Chelsea said, she told me that, but then when I actually saw what was said, I was like, okay. So of course they couldn't do nothing but apologize. But every time I was looking at Kwame, it was like he already knew that this was going to come up. And it was like his speech was rehearsed. I want to apologize for you because I disrespected you. I disrespected the viewers. I disrespected your families. I disrespected this. It was like, all right, you're still giving me your full of shit tease, but maybe it's because I just don't want to let go of the fact that he full of shit and I'm still kind of confused as to the reason why and how did they said yes to each other. But hey, and then the whole situation with girl, I was about to say something, and it just slipped with them. Oh, his name. He said he saw all the little the chatter box about him wanting to come in and, may possibly call himself Alex instead of Kwame. But he was like, I love my name. That's the name who I am. I love my people. I love this and all this stuff. And woo, woo, woo. I said, well, you the one that brought it up. If you ain't want nobody to say nothing about it or say that you was being a little bit self-hating or something like that, trying to camouflage and assimilate yourself or whatever, then you shouldn't have brought that up. You know how social media is, sir, okay? You know how the world is, sir, in this day and age, all right? But he cleared that up. Moving on from that, let's get to the main point of what we wanted to see. The reason why I sat around is because I wanted to see Jackie and see if she was going to show up. Right at the very beginning, they told us that she wasn't going to be there. Her and Josh didn't show. Marshall was cheated because you did all of this stuff. And again, let's be clear. It is not the fact that Jackie broke up with him. Jackie didn't want to get married to him. I feel as though if you don't feel like you're supposed to be with somebody, break it off. But you went about things the wrong way and then want to try to blame editing. She said they had already broke up before she went to go see Josh. But like Marshall said, if that's the case, you still went real quick. We literally broke up the day before, and then you went the next day to go see this man, and y'all kissing up in the thing. Like, I would be in my feelings, and I would feel some type of way as well. And then it got to the point where they're sitting there doing this little interview, and I'm like, you couldn't even give us a reason why you didn't want to show up. You get a special interview. I felt like they shouldn't even be featured if they wasn't going to show up. Okay, yeah, y'all been together for a year. Y'all living together. Okay, fine. You know, and I just felt like everything that they were saying was bullshit. You know, she want to put some blame on Marshall and say that Marshall said some derogatory thing to her. Marshall basically said, you know, you want to come out and try to call me gay. She kept on implying that he could possibly be gay. In the text message we saw, and obviously it probably was something else that was going on. They were jonesing each other, and I guess she took it a little bit too hard, what he said, and he said that, well, you want to call me sweet bitch? Your jawline a little bit, your jawline a little bit sharp. Okay, it's a little thick. You know what I'm saying? It's a little wide. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to imply it was very much. They was both giving, like, I mean, I guess you could say she was being a little homophobic, he was being a little transphobic. Okay, and neither one is good. That's not acceptable. But don't put it out there like you ain't do nothing to that man and he ain't say nothing in retaliation. Y'all both was wrong, but at the same time, you already knew that you wasn't gonna be with that man. You knew it. You knew it. You knew it from the day you saw him. You knew it. And that's the point of it is. And then y'all let that man go to get his tux fitted and you knew you wasn't showing up. Like, girl, get the hell up out of here. And then want to apologize and he didn't deserve. Girl, if you weren't going to show up, I feel like you're a coward. The one thing that I can give Arena, I don't like her, we don't like her, but the one thing I can give her respect on is the fact that she knows social media in the world basically is not here for her, but she showed up. Y'all couldn't show up. And that just makes you pussy-ass cowards. And it just makes everything that didn't really seem that bad a whole lot worse because you couldn't stand and put your feet to the fire. You don't respect that man enough to let him get whatever he needed to get out to your face. But you can put out whatever you want and you can have a special interview, but you can't show up. I lost whatever respect I didn't have for her, you know, and it just made me like dislike her even more. Even fucking more, like. And Josh, with your cauliflower ears, how do you have small ears and then they're cauliflowered? Oh my God, please go get that looked at. But all in all, this reunion being live wasn't worth it. And I feel like, Marshall, you was going around in circles and some stuff too. I feel like you was sitting there kind of lying as well. Let's not forget when you said that you was going to be with that girl because she was a project. Bitch, you ain't getting no cool points for that when you said that during the show. Okay, so that's where your flaw was at. And y'all both was actually full of shit, okay? But y'all both should have saw the red flags and y'all both should have ended this before it got to this point. But for us to be waiting this long, this reunion wasn't all that for us to have it live. Keep it pre-recorded. And Vanessa Lachey, you the villain of this show. You was the villain of the reunion because you was all here for Jackie and her antics and you was talking over everything. At one point, I even tweeted and said, why the hell is Nick there? Because Vanessa is the one asking all the questions and interrupting and wanting everybody to get pregnant. She irritated my nerves so bad. Baby, if y'all saw the show, tell me your opinions. Put it down in the comments. Was it worth it? Flip it and reverse it? Because it wasn't for me. I'll see y'all later. Peace. And one more thing before I truly get off of here, because I just remember, like, when it comes to the Marshall and Jackie situation, Marshall took the high road. Marshall is a better version than I will ever be in this type of situation because I would have taken the high road if we broken up. They did put out there that he did go out on a date with somebody else right after or whatever because Jackie had put it out there that they broke up. But, you know, I I would have. For Jackie to be up here talking about basically Marshall is soft and not as aggressive as she wanted, you better be glad that you got somebody like him and he has digested this whole situation in a mature way, because I don't follow these people, but every time I see something that's going on, it's always Jackie the one that's putting stuff out and saying stuff about Marshall or whatever. Marshall ain't really saying nothing. And so my whole thing is, you better be so glad that this man respected you enough to not go in, because even though your ass wasn't there, he could have went in on you so bad at that reunion, and he could have laid all your shit bare. All your shit bare, okay? And he a better person than I could ever be, because baby, if you hurt me and then you hurt me on a scale like this, public humiliation, oh, that is going to be the reason why I just try to hurt you just as much, if not even more. I would have called you all type of names in the book. I would have made you hurt so bad. But baby, see, that's why I'm not meant for stuff like this, because I just know how my mouth is. I know how my attitude is when I feel like somebody is deliberately trying to play with my character. And that's one thing that I don't do. I do not like it when people try to play with my character. Because I feel like my character is very, very important to me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people to try to play with that. And once you do, oh, bitch, I'm going to defend it to the end, and I'm going to hurt you so bad. I'm going to hurt you so bad, because what you're not going to do is fuck me, okay? And not in a good way that I asked for. You know, that's not what we're going to do, okay? You know, you got that going on. And Marshall said, listen, let's just draw a truce, okay? A truce. You over there with your man, why are you worried about me? Y'all been together for a year, let it be that, okay? I haven't been thinking about you ever since we broke up. It is what it is. Let it go. I said, are you sure about that, Marshall? You know, he looked like he wanted to cry up on that stage, but, you know, I did kind of feel bad for him because he didn't get the proper one-on-one or the proper situation. Because even Micah, like I said, Micah and Paul was there. Arena showed up. They were able to talk about their issues and take the heat from everybody that had stuff against them. But y'all decided to not show up. And again, Vanessa Lachey. Is Vanessa Lachey older than Nick Lachey? I know they say women mature faster than men or whatever, or probably more mature than men, but she just gives me mother tease. Like, she tells that man what to do all the time. It ain't no equal stuff, because the way that she overpowered and the way that she conducted that little whack ass interview with Jackie and them, it was just like, you ain't asked her no hard hitting questions. You ain't put her to the fight. I mean, granted, you only had I don't even know how long you had, but from what we saw, you just let her say whatever, and you was basically okay with it. But yeah, you kind of asking Marshall, so what did you say? And what did you did this? And what did you did that? I'm like, you didn't get that same energy to Jackie. It was very irritating and off-putting. Let me put, how old is Vanessa Lachey? She 42. Okay. How old is Nick Lachey? Okay, hold on. Let me clear that out. How old is Nick Lachey? Oh, he's 49. Well, she acts like his mama. I don't know. She just gives that old lady energy. Not old lady energy, because a lot of old ladies, older women, I should say, are very nice and very hospitable. She just gives that, I don't know. I couldn't be around her. She just, I ain't like it. Oh, and before I get up off of here, girl, y'all know I had to come back and tell y'all this. They gave us a preview. The best thing to me, the best thing out this reunion, besides Brett and Tiffany still being together and being the ultimate love story of the season. Oh yeah, they did show us Bartiz. Y'all know he got a baby. Did y'all see his baby mama? So the whole time after seeing his baby mama, that goes to show me that he really came on this show and he wasted Nancy's precious time. You had a baby with somebody. I'm not even going to do that. It's always, I hate to even do this, but have y'all noticed? I've seen some very, very, very cute interracial couples, black and white, black and other and other. Okay, but when it comes to stuff like this, these shows, I don't know. The black men all that don't do the girls, the black girls or whatever, they always go with the homely white girls. No shade, no shade, because his baby mama is. Anyway, she ain't in this, but you got put in this. You just got hit with a straight mama, okay? Because we just don't like him. Anyway, but the best part of the whole reunion was the fact that we saw the preview for the next ultimatum. Now, I said Love is Blind is over with this season. What y'all need to do is to do a Love is Blind for the gays and the lesbians, okay? For the gays and the lesbians, girls, okay? They said we ain't finna do Love is Blind yet for y'all, but we gonna give y'all the ultimatum for the dykes, okay? Queer love, and it ain't nothing but lesbians up on there. I said, oh my goodness. I said, oh my goodness, it's a little bit too much white, but I'm here for it because it was giving me very much L-word tease and the real L-word tease. That is what it is. If y'all ain't never seen the real L-word, it's the L-word, the TV series, and the L-word Generation Q, which is the reboot continuation. But also there was this little reality show that they did when the L Word came on, and I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons. It's called The Real L Word. Baby, watch it. It's on Showtime. Look it up on the app. But yeah, it was giving very much that. It was giving very much that. And I said, you know, one thing lesbians we can do. Oh baby, we can do some drama. We can do some drama. I said, oh, Ashley gonna be looking at it like this. Anyway, I just might talk about it. You just don't know. But y'all tell me again, officially now, how did you think about what did you think about the season finale, and what did you think about this reunion? This whole kerfuckle of a mess, okay? Was it worth us waiting that long? Was it worth being live to you? And honestly, keep it pre-recorded. Keep it pre-recorded. That's just all that I have to say. Y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.